Hey, what's up?
Do
What's
you want
going
me to play a game in screen share, or how do you want to do a 1v1, or how do you want to do it?
That's what I want to ask you. It's honestly up to you if you wanna. If there's a specific scenario you want to go over, we could.
Yeah, there's some scenarios.
Okay.
The first thing is I'm still debating between top lane and AD carry.
Okay.
Overall, I feel like, alright, so here's my situation. I used to play jungle for a diamond team, but
Okay.
I want to get back into it, but I'm trying to figure out my role. I think it's AD carry, because that's what I've just been dumpstering on, but the problem is I get supports that go 0 and 9, so I usually just do it with people.
hmm
But I definitely have some serious problems with the map, I think. That's my problem.
Okay. I'll give you my 2 cents. I'm obviously a Riven main, so I might be a little biased, but I think it's a lot easier to carry from the top lane than it is from AD carry. It might be different if you're in a team like if you're
You
in a
think
team.
Riven's getting nerfed?
No, she's probably not getting nerfed. She's like pretty. Like a good Riven player plays around her mobility, and her stats aren't really that good, so I don't think she's getting nerfed.
Can we do like a custom game and you kind of just like teach me some stuff?
Yeah, sure.
Like, also like freezing lane and stuff, I sometimes have like problems with that. And when to split push, when not to split push, and when to group and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, yep, we can go over that. But yeah, I think it'd be much easier to carry from top lane just because you have. I feel like you have more control of the game. You have TP, you can roam to other lanes, you can help them out in fights and stuff like that.
I usually
Um,
take Ignite.
oh, you take Ignite.
Well, usually I've been taking TP, but on Riven I take Ignite just due to the fact that my bot lane usually doesn't even know what a TP gank is, so it doesn't even work. There's no point.
What what elo are you in right now?
Silver 2. I just got promoted.
Okay, if you're comfortable, if you know for a fact you can win your lane, then Ignite's fine. But um, once you start getting to higher elo, it definitely help out a lot more if
Oh
you
yeah.
learn teleport. And they don't necessarily need to know about TP ganks. You can just tell them, like you can say, "Hey guys, I have TP up." You can ping your TP and then say, "Please get a deep ward down, and I'll see if I can TP a gank." And usually that works, but like I said, if you're really comfortable with winning your lane, then you can just continue going Ignite until you feel like you're struggling a little bit more, and then from there, uh, once you get higher up, you can take TP.
Yeah. I also like combos and stuff, like fast combo. I'm okay with that.
hmm
I'm not like I can do it on like a camp or something, I think, but I'm not like, I don't know. Do you want me to take
Yeah.
TP or Ignite this game?
It really doesn't matter. I don't think we're really gonna be fighting too much, so just take whatever you want, I guess.
I'll take TP. Let me make a mastery page quick. Do you take Bandit, right?
No, I do not take Bandit.
What do you take? The
I go
Hero's Gift?
I go Ferocity and Resolve. I don't go Thunderlords. If
Really?
you do, yeah. If you do go Thunderlords, you should go Dangerous Game, not Bandit. The reason you don't want to go Bandit is because the
What do
other,
you think is better?
huh?
Fervor of Battle or Thunderlords?
Fervor is better like 90% of the time, just because you're trading, like you're doing pretty long trades with people.
Natural Talent or Vampirism?
Uh, Usually I go Vampirism, just because I build a lot of life steal. But if you don't, then you can go Natural Talent. And then Bounty Hunter if you're fed, or if you feel like you can get fed in the game. If not, just go Battle Trance. It's a safer option. Obviously, Battering Blows, and then Fervor. And then I usually go 12 points in Resolve as well. So
Yep.
left, middle, left, left for the most part.
Left, middle, left, left. Okay.
Mm.
Done.
Oh shoot. And the main reason you don't, if you are going Thunderlords, the main reason you shouldn't get Thunderlord or you shouldn't go Bandit, is because of the second wall of text that it has, or the second little area of text. It pretty much says that it says something like if you hit a champion, then you won't get the passive for like the next like 30 seconds or something like
It's
that,
6 seconds.
or 6 seconds. But Like, you're going to be trading a lot, you're going to be autoing a lot, especially if you go Thunderlords. Like, you want to be harassing, you want to be doing quick trades.
I'm not going Thunderlords. I want the other one.
I know, but I'm saying, like, if you are going Thunderlords, you're going to be doing a lot of quick trades and stuff like that, so, that you don't, like, Bandit's not that good of value. Whereas Dangerous Game's, like, alright. It's better just because when you get kills, like, if you're in a 1v2 scenario, it helps you 1v2. And if you get a solo kill, it can give you enough health to push the lane in, maybe get some tower damage off or something like that.
Alright, so what do you start, longsword and refillable?
Yeah. Or no, sorry, I go longsword 3 pots. The reason we do that over refillable early is because the pots give you better stats. Like, the 3 pots give you more HP individually, and then you have 3 over 2 on top of that as well. And then you can upgrade whenever you feel like you want to get refillable. But we want the pots early game because they give us more sustain and you know, keeps us in lane a lot longer than refillable would. You can go Doran's Blade 1 pot if you're really like if you're up against like a Fiora or you're up against a Gangplank and you're comfortable and you think you can win against them. Doran's Shield is good against people that they are the exact opposite, people that auto attack a lot, harass you a lot, and people you aren't comfortable against. And longsword 3 pots, just a standard start. It's really safe, gives you sustain, so it's good in that sense.
Do you think Vayne top counters Riven?
No, not at all. I think Riven does really well against Vayne.
I played Vayne top and I played against Riven.
Yep. I actually played against a Korean challenger Vayne in a 1v1. I didn't win, but it was kind of a tie because we both died. But if you play it correctly, you can win every single time.
Yeah, that's why I love
and
Riven.
I'll teach you.
She's my favorite champion by far. I love her, but I suck at her.
Yeah, she's a lot of fun. There's a lot to her. Meet mid, by the way.
Oh, I went top. Should I TP mid?
Oh yeah, whatever. Just sure, why not? Okay, let me show you a cool trick that'll help you win against like a Vayne. So auto me right here. Watch what happens. My minions aggro you.
I know that part.
Yep, and then your minions push in, so it pushes the wave. So for Vayne, obviously she's gonna win trades early, so you use that trick to force her to push the wave into you. And then you wait for level 6, you farm up to level 6, don't take too much harass going for minions and stuff like that, like give up minions if you need to.
What do you think second, W or Q? I mean W or E.
It's like a comfortable thing. If you feel like you want to trade a lot, if you want to be mobile, then go QW. And E is kind of like a safer option if you feel like you're going to get harassed or you want to be kind of safe, you can go E.
Alright, now what is your okay, stand still. If I'm like right here and I'm going for minion, what is your if it's this distance, like right where we are right now, how would you suggest getting on, like if I wanted to do a trade and get onto them, how would you suggest? What would you do?
Walking up to them. The reason it'd probably be best to walk up to them is because you're not wasting your abilities.
But what if they just run away?
Then you don't have to trade with them. It really depends on like who it is. Like, first of all, don't feel like you're obligated to force trades, because you don't have to force trades to win lane. You don't even have to win lane.
I have to get fed. I have to get fed.
Right, forgot.
Like if I have to
yeah, that's true, I guess.
Because people I have had, you don't win. I play it as if you don't win your lane, the game's over.
Yeah, no, you're right, actually.
Unless I start seeing my team get ahead. If I start seeing my team get ahead, I'll play passive, but...
Yeah, okay, so you can... The most I would go for is maybe using a Q. Use your Q first, and then use your E second to soak some damage. But you don't want to be wasting a lot of your abilities, because...
I can attack back because you're obviously going to win, but let me just try and get onto you, and you tell me if I play this correctly. It's like, I can stand still.
Yeah, that's good. You want to use your E to soak damage, because it's really strong and you're wasting its potential if you're just using it to for like mobility and stuff like that. But But yeah, in fights, you don't want to be wasting your abilities because you're missing out on damage. If you're using your E from ability, once again, over the actual value, like shielding stuff, then, you know, you're going to lose fights because you don't have those extra stats. You don't have that extra shield. You don't, you know, if you use 2 Q activations to get to them, you're missing out on like 200 damage. So try and get as much, like, if possible, try and get as many abilities on them as you can. And also use your passive, like Q auto, stuff like that.
When is a smart time to use the EWQ double cast combo? Like, I think it's like this.
Oh, okay. I just use it like anytime I get the chance, just because. Well, I think it's a lot of fun, but also, I don't know. I do it subconsciously. I don't really know when I do it. Now that I think of it, I think I just do it whenever I get the chance, and I know for a fact I'll win a fight.
But then you're burning your E, and you don't get the shield.
Yeah, yeah, you're not using. It's not maximum value. That's why I said only if you know for a fact you can win a fight. Other than that, like, you shouldn't normally be using it unless you can just burst them down real quick. And the reason being is because you put all of your abilities on cooldown, so it's risky in that case. And if it's someone like a Jace, like, sure, you'll burst them, but after that, they'll turn around and destroy you. So only use it to if you know you can get a kill from it. That just takes practice. Flash W, I honestly don't like it because it's easy to play against. Like, it takes a lot of time. I don't think you can animation cancel your W while you're flashing. So it takes a lot of time. It's easy to react to. I guess in.
Wait, can you W flash in the?
I don't think you can. Hold on, let me try. Yeah, that doesn't work. That'd be a cool mechanic though. That'd be really cool.
Now, what is this new thing that like some animation got canceled that apparently made Riven a lot stronger?
I don't know. You can do more animation cancels now, but I don't really care, to be honest, because it's just like the combo that I just told you about, or the double casting. I didn't tell you about it, but it's the same kind of risk. The thing about it is it will look fancy, but at the end of the day, it's the same thing as a double cast, except there's one more ability, and you're using all your abilities at once. So
if it looks fancy, I want to do it.
well, I don't know how to do it, so you'd have to look that up. I'm sorry. Yeah, like, don't. I mean, you don't really need to do the fancy combos, to be honest. They're only for looks, and sometimes it's actually better to just do the basic stuff because you can guarantee that it'll work.
So the
like,
animation cancels bad, or like
not necessarily,
where you
but
A-click behind you.
But like, stuff that's really hard is I wouldn't recommend doing all the time unless it's like super profitable.
Right, let me try and you have TP, right?
Yeah.
Let me try and kill you.
Most of the combos just look fancy, and a basic combo would be better in a lot of scenarios. So it's just like.
See if I can home to 0.
Okay. You want me to stand still or?
No, you can run however you want. I fucking wait. Did you flash my ult?
No, I didn't.
You stood behind it.
Yeah. Yeah. If they have mobility, if you know for a fact your opponent has mobility, or if they have flash or something like that, and you know you can kill them with your ult, then save your ult until after they use the mobility, or stun them, and while they're stunned, then use your ult.
And do you suggest queuing through them or onto them?
Huh? What'd you say?
Do you suggest queuing through them or onto them in most situations?
It kind of depends. Usually you want to queue through them just so it's kind of like a chase break. Like, you're going in between there and whatever you're going in between them and whatever their objective is. So like, if they're running away from you, you want to queue past them or queue through them. So like, you don't have to run that distance. Like, if you queued onto them, now you have to run in front of them to like keep autoing them and stuff like that.
Build wise, what should I get first?
Usually you want to go Warhammers first, just for the early stats, and it's gold efficient.
And then get what?
And then you get Cleaver. And everything from there is kind of situational. A core item would be like GA. Hydra's really nice to have when you're really far ahead. Last Whisper, QSS, Frozen Mallet if you want to get kind of tanky without getting actual tanky items. What else? you want Death Stance. After you get the Cleaver, you want to build your Warhammer into like a Death Stance or a Mon Mortis. Or if they have a ton of squishies, you could go Lethality. Yeah, I think that's about everything. Like I said, it kind of depends. I would go E. Yeah, I'm coaching as well. I would go E if you want to soak, or I would go E if you're doing okay or if you're behind in lane. But if you're really far ahead, I'd go W because obviously it does more damage. Whereas E gives you more of a shield and stuff like that.
Does Riven fall off late game or not really?
Not as much. She doesn't really fall off. She kind of does, but as long as you play team fights correctly, then not really.
How do you even? I don't even know how to play team fights with her.
Okay, so there's two different ways for the most part to play team fights. If you're fed, you play like an assassin. Your main focus there is to flank and flank behind the enemy team and go for the carries and focus the carries. If you can flash onto them, that's great. And then the second one would just be playing as a bruiser. Peel for your 80 carries if you need to. And if you get a chance to, then CC the enemy carries and set your team or put your team in a position to kill them really fast. But other than that, you just want to peel for people and take whatever fights are good for you. Do you have any more questions?
I'm just trying to think of what always like screws me. Like, a lot of the times, I usually try and trade level 1. I don't know if that's smart.
Yeah, Riven actually has a weak level 1, which may sound kind of surprising. Usually you don't want to trade to level 2 or level 3 or level 6. The reason being is because level 2 is good for trading because you get a lot of damage. Like, if you're comfortable in the matchup, you can go your W, and with Q and W, you do a lot of damage. But you're also really mobile because you can stun your opponent and then Q away if you don't want them to trade back with you, or you can just all in them, whatever. And then 3, because we get our shield as well, and our shield just helps us win fights because it's really strong. So if you soak damage with your shield, you can win some matchups that way. But for a lot of matchups, you want to wait until you're level 6 to outscale them. And then once you get your ult, you're able to duel a lot of people. Like Pantheon, Jace, Teemo, Kennen, well, sorta. Yeah, people like that pretty much.
What is Riven's like worst matchup?
The only people that hard counter Riven, well, Teemo doesn't hard counter, but I don't like going up against Teemo because you can do pretty well against him, but he can still duel you later on if you're not stomping him. Other than that, just Kennen, and I think there's one more, but I don't remember what it is no, Garen's not hard counter. The reason Garen's not hard counter is because he has high cooldowns and he's like kind of a flashy champ. Like, he has a lot of burst damage, but after that burst damage, once again, he goes on cooldown on all of his abilities. So all you can do is auto you. Excuse me.
Alright, if I start to get a slight lead, how can I take that lead and just turn it into like a way bigger lead? Like zone control, I guess. Like, what should I... Let's say I was behind and I was forced to sit under the tower. How could I be zoning them off? Like, what should I be doing to set up for a zone to start freezing wave?
Well, if you're behind, you're probably not able to...
No, if I'm ahead.
Oh, if you're ahead?
To set the enemy behind.
Just freeze and stand in between their minions and them. And then whenever they go for minions, punish them for it. Like that. Right. And it's a win-win, you know? If they're not upgrading...
Like, for some reason, I sometimes have trouble. Like, I know the basics of freezing. Like, if you're even if you have the same minion wave and it's right here, your wave's gonna push. But I don't know, like, the... I don't know. You just
last hit. That's it. That's it.
What do you mean?
That's all the freezing. You just last hit. You don't auto minions any more than you need to. Just last hit to get the last auto on it. You let your minions do the rest of the damage.
You're doing that, then the wave's gonna push.
Yeah, because essentially, if you interact with an even minion wave at all, then it's going to push because of your interaction. If you do even 10 more damage, like, this is an even lane right now. if I do one auto, it's my minions are gonna push because one of your minions has 10 less
I'm
health.
gonna be pushing this wave because my minions are gonna come first and start attacking yours first.
Wait, what?
You didn't know that?
Wait, no, sorry, what did you say?
So if there's an even wave that's right where I'm standing, my wave is gonna push yours.
The red side always just naturally pushes by a little bit, but obviously if like there's no game where no one's gonna interact with minions. So
mine pushes because wherever it is. Okay, so my minions will start attacking yours first. You know, I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
If a wave freezes right here, my
Yeah.
minions get here quicker, so my minions will start attacking yours.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be that much of a difference. It's just gonna be like one auto.
No, it like actually is. I didn't know that either until recently.
It's really not. If there's any chance, okay, let me reset the wave, or just clear my minions and I'll clear your minions before we reset the wave. Pretty much, if you don't interact with the minions, I'm blue side, and all I do is auto once, my minions are gonna push. I might be wrong, but that's how I think it will work. We'll see though, I might be wrong. Yeah, so I'm just gonna auto this once. So yeah, my minions will win the fight now because they had an extra melee. So you see what kind of difference it makes? Like,
yeah, let the wave freeze and then watch what happens.
Yeah,
should push
no,
now.
I'm gonna have way more now because I still have some from the last wave, and it's gonna push into tower.
I wonder if it would be. He'd probably lose too much CS.
Yeah, so I think you're overestimating. Like red side does push by default. That's just how the game works. But if there's any champion interaction that does anything to the damage, or that does anything to the minions, it changes the outcome. If I stun them, even if I have 0 damage on my stun and I stun your minions, my minions are now gonna push because they have some sort of advantage. Or if I auto them, now they're gonna push. So look how big of a wave it's built up just because I autoed once. And it's been 2 waves. Oh wait, I already have this many minions.
Jesus.
So freezing just automatically pushes it, even if you're last hitting, like it still does a little bit of damage, even if you're last hitting at like 10 HP. That's 10 HP that your minions won't have to do, so it's gonna push. But the idea is that it pushes little by little. It takes a long time to push, and during that time, like they can't get any minions, and if they go for minions, you harass them for it.
Can I try and just combo you quickly and see if I can do this?
Yeah, sure. Do you want me to go in or
no? Did I play that correctly, or anything in that combo I should have done differently?
I think you should have just done it faster. I would, yeah, I just don't, I don't know.
Do it faster.
How to say it differently. Just use your abilities earlier. Like, you waited too long to use your abilities. You can cancel auto attacks and stuff with your abilities. Even with your E and your W. But also, I think you're just doing them slow in general. I don't think you're pressing them as fast as you could have been. But, I mean, besides that, it was pretty decent. Oh, didn't mean to TP to that.
Oh, good. Alright, let me try again, see if I can get any quicker. I'll try not to punish you.
Lagging really bad.
Right, let's try.
Yeah, so that second Q there was a little slow, but yeah, that was pretty good. And it takes a lot of practice to get used to doing that stuff. Getting used to all these animation cancels.
Do it on me, I want to see.
I'm lagging really bad right now. I have 40 FPS. I like to double cast whenever I think I have whenever I have a pretty good advantage.
Was that a double cast?
Yeah, that was a double cast. That was very nice.
Alright, let me try something.
Oh my god, my FPS.
So you can cancel ult's animation with E.
Mm-hmm. You can also E or Q.
You can start the animation of Riven's ult with E.
Yes. That's not what I was talking about though. When you have your wind slash, if you E R Q, you can wind slash and use your Q and E as well. But
I'm pretty sure you can ult flash too. Or yeah.
yeah, you can alt flash. You can your E animation cancels anything in your kit, so you can also use your E to cancel your alt, stuff like that. You have any more questions?
Apparently, kind of with wall hopping, I guess.
Okay.
Like, what's like the best way to do it? Because I usually can get it, but I'll occasionally mess it up.
Okay, something to keep in mind is that when Riven is aggroed by anything, she won't be able to wall hop. If it's like an enemy, obviously. It's the only thing that can aggro. But if
How can
someone...
she wall hop?
Because... I don't know. It's just how it works. Like, if you have aggro, it'll redirect her, the direction of her Q. Like, come over here and auto me, and just keep autoing me while I try to wall hop. Okay, well, I did it, but... usually if there's like damage that keeps coming in on you, like you won't be able to wall hop. That's why a lot of people will E first whenever they wall hop because it resets. It shields so you don't take aggro. For example, come over here and ward this Raptors camp, and I'll try to Q while the Raptors are attacking me. Give me a second to get it first. So, oh well, I got it. Holy crap! But in like I don't know, I guess it sometimes happens and sometimes doesn't. But
probably because you accidentally your Q goes onto them by accident or something.
Yeah, pretty much because when you have aggro, sometimes it'll redirect and it Qs towards them. So to be safe, I would use your E sometimes, but there is no like best way to do it. I guess just make sure you're in front of it. Like when you wall hop, that's the easiest way to make sure you land it.
I usually use my E.
And make sure you click and position yourself so you're facing whatever you want to wall hop. So, like, come over here to the other side of Raptors. No, the other side. Yeah, so if I want to wall hop this, I want to make sure I'm facing the Raptors. Oh, see, if you would have aggroed me right there and I tried to jump, I wouldn't have been able to. But I want to make sure I'm facing this side of the Raptors. Holy crap, I can't get it. Like this, and then just wall hop. If you're facing any other direction, you'll jump in that direction.
I just fucked it up.
Yeah, that's why aggro messes it up sometimes as well.
Should I just play Riven in ranked and see how it goes?
I mean, I guess it's up to you, like how you want to play ranked. I want to play it to just see how it goes. Personally, if I was playing and, I mean, if you're comfortable, if you think you can do pretty well, then go for it.
I mean, I only play ranked. I just got promoted too, so it's not that big of a deal.
Oh, okay. All right, then do it. Go for it. Tell me how it goes. So you good?
Yeah.
Do you have any more questions or anything? Nice.
The only thing I can think of is when should I be split pushing and when should I be grouping?
Okay, split pushing's good when you're behind and your team's, or sorry, when you're ahead and your team's behind. Because essentially if you can 1v1 your opponent, it means they have to send multiple people up to stop you from pushing towers and stuff like that. So you just create a lot of pressure.
My team's ahead. Should I split push?
No, you should just group up. And
even
just
if my team is constantly winning 4v5s.
If they 100% can win 4v5s, then don't. But I always group up when they try to team fight, just in case they mess something up. Because I see it all the time. My teammates will throw, and I just go there just to make sure it's safe or whatever. Just to make sure we don't lose it.
So
oh yeah, sorry. Okay. Also, if you can do me a big favor and rate me on league coaching, just leave an honest review, whatever you thought about the lesson. If you thought it sucked, whatever, just leave a review. Awesome.
Yeah, I'll say you sucked just to piss you off.
Alright, man. Well, I'll talk to you later.
Leave a review.
I think if you, like, somehow click on the lesson or, like, click on the time or something like that, in the top right, it should say, like, review or something like that.
Yeah, I guess I'll try and figure it out.
Alright. Talk to you later, man.
Last question now.
Oh, yeah, what's up?
With Vayne, what do you think about Vayne right now?
I mean, Vayne's always been strong. She just needs to scale. So she's kind of not that great in solo queue because you rely on your teammates. Like, if your team gets behind early, if they're doing really bad, or if your support just doesn't play the lane correctly, then you're gonna have trouble because you rely on them to like scale into the late game, unless you know for a fact you can like outplay and hard carry. But for the most part,
Challenger Vayne mains left. There used to be a lot of them, but there's not that many left.
for the same reason, because she's a really good champion, but only she's only good for late game. A lot of other champions are stronger than her early, and they abuse that constantly. I actually don't really like playing Vayne very much because a lot of AD carries destroy her early. But then after that, after you get around that constant harass and stuff like that, you destroy people.
Say Vayne's good early game.
No, she's not. Like, I guess it really depends on the matchup. She's alright, but majority of matchups in bot lane, she loses early.
I don't know how to write a review.
I don't know, hon. Let me like Google it real quick. I can't actually do it myself because I've never had a lesson before.
Spy. When I like click on your thing, it brings me to your op.gg.
Okay, league coaching.
Like I can see your reviews, but it's not letting me write one.
Let's see. Shop. Okay, it says once you've had your lesson, it'll show up in the completed lesson section for messages. It will include a button to leave a review for the coach.
Well, probably because our lesson hasn't started because it's not 3 o'clock yet.
Oh yeah, yeah. So you'd have to wait until.
Let's do it at 3 o'clock.
Yep. You might have to wait an hour after that.
Yeah, I will.
Alright. Alright, well, I'll talk to you later, man. It was nice talking to you.
Alright, thank you so much, dude.
Yeah, no problem. See ya. Alright. He was really rude, to be honest. He, like, kept